G'day everyone, have I got some exciting footage here for you today. Exciting for a number of reasons. Of all the footage that I've ever filmed over the years, whether it's fishing related or wildlife related, I consider this minute or minute and a half clip to be possibly the best video footage that I've ever filmed. Rightio folks, before I go into it, there's a few things I want to talk about. Firstly, and the very most importantly, please do not try this at home. I know I've got a lot of younger people following this channel. Do not approach snakes like this. I've done this for a reason, because I want to try and break down a few of the myths and misconceptions and stigmas about snakes. A snake chased me. I was chased by a snake. I've never known it to happen. I've never seen it happen. I've been around snakes all of my life. I've got a few pet snakes. They're pythons, but they're still snakes. And I've been bitten by some large pythons. I wanted to know how much pressure a venomous snake hit with when it bit. That was the main reason I got this footage. But I also wanted to use it to show you a few things about snakes and snake behaviour. So I've done this for a reason. I don't do this to every snake I see, and I won't do it again. I probably don't need to. But I've got the footage now, and I'm sharing it with you today. Now, so do not approach snakes and do not go near snakes. This is an eastern brown snake. In venom toxicity, it is the second deadliest venomous snake in the world. The fierce snake of the inland taipan is ranked number 1, but the eastern brown is number 2. But in snake deaths, in reported human deaths, the eastern brown is number 1 here in Australia and has killed more people than all other snakes put together. That's because it's got the second deadliest venom in the world. It's also quite skittish and can get angry easy, as you'll see in this video. And most importantly, it is widely distributed. It is in suburban areas. It's in people's wood heaps, chook sheds. It's not afraid to come into town and visit us. The combination of the fact that it's everywhere, right along the eastern seaboard in the outback, the combination of being everywhere, being skittish and having dangerous venom, makes it a real nasty pasty. One to stand back from. But it's not all bad. As you'll see in this video, snakes don't just chase people for no reason. If they did, I'd be dead. I'm too fat to outrun a snake. Imagine if every snake just wanted to chase me out of the bush. The truth is that when snakes are hiding under a rock, under a log, they are not going to come out from that hiding spot to bite me. Face it, if you've got a 100-foot man outside with a big mean look on his face, are you going to run out your front door and bite him on the foot? Hell no, you're going to stay inside where you feel safe. Snakes are no different. Snakes feel the most cornered when they're out in the open and they've got nowhere to hide. In the bush, when there's lots of long grass and tussocks and logs, that's not so bad, because the moment they can get away, they will get away, and they'll do that every time. Out in the open, where they feel insecure and they feel like they've got nowhere to hide, that's when they become the most skittish, and that's when they feel cornered, just like the snake in this video. Now, something I need to tell you all. I didn't hold my hand right up in the snake's face. I was using this selfie stick, but I wasn't using it like that. This extends. 1, 2, 3. So this is a good metre 20, I suppose, 120 centimetres long. So I was standing well back and I was wearing gumboots and long pants. So I wasn't in the snake's face. Now, this is the bit that I want to teach people. This is the bit that I want to use to educate people about snakes. First of all, that snake did not want to take any action whatsoever. All he was doing was laying in the sun. He wanted me to leave. This time of the year being spring, he was probably basking in the sun, hoping that a female would see him and they could breed, because it's coming into breeding season now. And I'm guessing that's what was happening. A big male out there putting himself on display, looking all handsome for the lady snakes. He didn't want me near him. I went up to him at first with my little compact camera, my Canon G7X, and I got a couple of nice photos. He didn't chase me. I was about 2 or 3 metres away. He didn't chase me. I then went back to the car, I got my selfie stick, I put the GoPro on the end and I went back, and as you'll see in this video, he just laid there. I put the camera right up in his face. He laid there for a few seconds and then he springs up. That is the first warning. That is the warning that you've got to get out of there. A lot of us have seen brown snakes put an S in their neck and stand up. That S is a warning for us to get away. It looks like he chased me, and this is where the belief that snakes chase people come from. It looks like he chased me, but he didn't. If you look at the slow motion, and I've shot this at really high speed, so I've got some nice smooth slow motion, you will see that the snake doesn't actually lunge towards me. He simply just springs up. At full speed, it looks like he's lunged at me and had a go at me. But in slow motion, you'll see he hasn't. He's actually just stand up. Now, he stands like that for a good 4 or 5 seconds. More than enough time for me to go, which is what he wanted. He wanted me to leave. That is my cue to get out of there. He's standing up, he's saying, righto, I don't want you here. Off you go, Robbie. But I didn't. And this is where I come unstuck. I went back and I put the camera back in his face and he went bang. He tagged the camera. I don't know that he used any venom. It may have been what we call a dry strike. Snakes do that. That can be their last line of defense before they actually bite someone. And then he turned and tried to get away. But I still got in his face. And then he came out and he went bang, bang, and he hit the camera twice. And then he made a run for it over into the bushes to safety. The moral to this story is that snake was never going to chase me. He wanted nothing to do with me. He was more than happy for me to take his photo and leave. But I went further than that and I got into his personal space. And you'll see in this video that he's lightning fast. And when I poke something near his face, he gets angry and starts striking. And that is why more people are killed trying to catch or kill snakes each year than people not trying to catch or kill snakes. In fact, the vast majority of people that are killed by snakes are killed because they're trying to kill it. Don't reach for the shovel, because if you reach for the shovel, not only are you breaking the law and killing an innocent snake, you're also going to put yourself at risk. And this video shows exactly why that is so. So I really hope this video teaches people why it's important to just leave them alone. I hope it teaches people that snakes don't chase people. Sure, this snake advances towards the camera a few times, but that's only because I'm in his face. Had I just walked past, everything would have been fine. And just one last thing, before I show you the footage, I'm just going to reiterate, please do not try this at home. Do not do this. Kids, if you see a brown snake, the best thing you can do, or any snake, the best thing you can do is just walk around it. See one, walk around it. No need to run, no need to jump, no need to panic. Just go, whoa, then see it, and then walk around it and give him space. If you give that snake space to get away, you've got no problems at all. If I'd given this snake space to get away, I'd have no problems at all either. How awesome was that footage? That snake will be fine. I've seen my own pet carpet pythons arc up. I've got a 7-foot long black-headed python. He's bigger than that. And a while back there, one of my kids unplugged his enclosure to charge their mobile phone and didn't plug it back in. And Karma, his name, he's got really, really angry. And he was belting the glass. He was full on angry. But as soon as I restored the temperature to his enclosure, he restored to his normal, calm, placid self. Snakes get over it. Snakes don't hold grudges. So that snake, once I was left, give him a little bit of time and he would have settled down and he'll be fine. And I can just about guarantee he would be back out on that road looking for a girl snake. And if there's one thing I just want to add, and this was one of the main reasons that I'd done this was an absolute eye-opener for me. When he tagged the camera, the actual bite wasn't very hard. You see, I've been bitten by quite a few big, large carpet pythons, 5, 6, 7 footers even, and they hurt like hell. They've got no venom, so they don't make you sick, but they hurt. No different than getting bitten by a kitten or a cat or a dog or something. But the force of the carpet python is enough to bruise my arm and cause a lot of bleeding and a little bit of swelling from a big carpet python. This snake was nowhere near that. It was more of a tap really, really fast. And what that tells me is that I'm out the bush if I'm at the bush and I do get bitten by a snake, there's a possibility that I'm not going to feel it, or that I'm going to think it's just a stick flicking back and hitting me in the leg or something. That's what I learnt the most from this experience. So keep your wits about you when you're at the bush. If you see a snake, just walk around it, leave it alone, and just look around your feet. If you feel something hit your leg or something, just look down just in case. But I think you'll be pretty right, because I tell you what, I've been fishing for 40 years. I've seen thousands of snakes. None of them have even attempted to bite me.